Buildings that set you on fire. Combust and USB in astrology. Shall we talk about what's burning while Jupiter is blazing these days? Located in London, and named after Fenchurch Street in the historic London financial district, this commercial skyscraper became world famous for melting cars parked in its shadow. Actually, because its design resembles a radio handset, the skyscraper was also nicknamed the walkie-talkie. The building's exterior was designed with a concave shape, much like the ancient lighthouse of Alexandria. The system Archimedes created with mirrors to burn ships was applied similarly to the skyscraper's glass, giving it a burning capability. This system, also used in solar power plants, inevitably produced irritating and burning effects when implemented in the city, and that's exactly what happened. The skyscraper fire that burned luxury cars and cooked eggs in London had previously burned people's hair and plastic cups while heating pools in Las Vegas. Martin Lindsay was looking for a place to park his car for some quick errands in the area. Since there was nowhere else in front of Fenchurch, he was pleased to park his Jaguar there. Lindsay had no idea what he would find on his car 2 hours later. Unfortunately, his car couldn't withstand the skyscraper designed by internationally renowned architect Raphael Vignoli. Just like the shopping mall and other stores opposite the building's concave facade, the car suffered irreversible damage. Store owners had long complained about carpets catching fire and front doors burning. A restaurant owner told a London news site that the tiles in front of his door had cracked from the heat. What happened to Lindsay's car exploded into the news. Some parts of the car, including the rearview mirror and emblem, had melted. After that day, people passing by the street with the skyscraper brought pans and eggs to try cooking them using the sun rays reflected by the building. The skyscraper that melts steel was surprisingly good at cooking eggs, too. While the incident with Lindsay's car was being investigated in detail, 3 parking spaces in the affected area were suspended due to the reflected sunlight. In an interview, Lindsay said the developers apologized and agreed to cover the £946 repair cost. The Jaguar was restored shortly after. Jupiter was burning the day construction on the hotel began. By the way, have you seen the Death Star on the Star Wars map? Luckily, the skyscraper's architect doesn't have access to the technology in Star Wars. God forbid. I'm calling out to the authorities here. Never give such people high technology. They'd burn us all. Better make them cooks. Let them burn some creme brulee or caramel custards for us. One of them is my husband, the one with burning Jupiter, who, after pouring boiling water over all the chemicals he found to clean crystal chandeliers and enduring the steam hell in the bathroom, sleeps for 26 hours. You remember the honey badgers, right? The king cobra decides to eat one and faints from the poison. After a few hours, he wakes up and continues eating, brushes his teeth, and goes on. That's how Tolga is, too. Since he's stuck with me in the mountains, he has to eat my cooking and, after a few hours of unconsciousness, wakes up and moves on. Raphael Vignoli, the architect of the skyscraper, wasn't without other mistakes. The 3-story garden on top of the skyscraper was also widely criticized. Initially, it was supposed to be just a garden, but got occupied by eateries. It was not a garden. Moreover, the view was problematic due to the slope affecting the horizon. Earlier, I mentioned a hotel in Las Vegas that burned people's hair. That hotel was also designed by Raphael. Reports said that sunlight reflected from the south-facing tower of the Vdara Hotel disturbed swimmers in the pool and melted plastic cups and shopping bags. The hotel staff called this phenomenon the Vdara death ray. 432 Park Avenue has also been the subject of numerous lawsuits and complaints related to flooding, electrical problems, and excessive building sway. Architect Raphael's Saturn in his birth chart is burning, the architect of burning buildings. Naturally, the principle of combustion associated with the sun should be considered a primary source of all fires. However, astrology includes other configurations that also symbolize this dynamic. Mars, for instance, linked by the Sumerians to the sun in its most furious state, serves as one such example. Mars, furthermore, is traditionally associated with damage and destruction. Here are some examples for you to take a look at in the later part of this video, relevant to our topic.